For some reason, the federal government isn't prepared to make the necessary changes. I have to say, the Americans are still very interested. Alberta and Saskatchewan are already more connected to the U.S. than to the rest of Canada. A valuable bitumen pipeline would mean we'd be talking about 1 million barrels a day in export. Alberta just dropped a game-changing pipeline deal with the U.S. that has all of Canada on edge. All of Alberta's energy resources, oil, gas, bitumen, as well as our agricultural products are exempt from tariffs, and that's what we need to be working towards for every single product. With plans for up to $3 billion in Indigenous equity, top-tier environmental safeguards, and direct trade routes to Asia and Europe, Alberta's done waiting. After losing $250 billion to Ottawa, they're not asking anymore. They're building, and they're not asking Ottawa for permission anymore. Alberta and Saskatchewan are now closer to the U.S. than they are to Ottawa. And honestly, can you blame them? Alberta didn't just make some empty announcement. Alberta is Canada's Texas, rich in oil and gas, fiercely independent, and constantly at war with Ottawa over energy policies. While Ottawa is still stuck in public consultation, phase number 472, Alberta is out here building an actual cross-border pipeline. Not a maybe, not a someday, a done deal. And let's not forget the scale. This corridor is built to move 800,000 to 1 million barrels of oil every single day. That's nearly 25% of Alberta's daily output, a quarter of the province's lifeblood, flowing straight to real markets that actually want it. Alberta produces 4.2 million barrels of oil per day. That's 1.5 billion barrels annually, more oil than most OPEC nations produce. And this isn't just a pipeline. This is Alberta putting a big "we're done asking" banner in Ottawa's face. Remember Keystone XL Cancelled? Northern Gateway? Dead on arrival. Ottawa's energy policies have been like a never-ending funeral procession for infrastructure. The final cost to Albertans for the Keystone XL pipeline will be about $1.3 billion, as the provincial government in TC Energy announced the official termination of the project yesterday. So Alberta did the math and realized something groundbreaking. If you stop asking people who hate your success for permission, you can actually get things done. Danielle Smith even gave Ottawa a nice little 6-month timer, like, hey, get your act together or stay out of the way. And let's be real, we all know which side Ottawa is going to choose. This is not just an ideological argument. It's not just a minor disagreement. Oil is by far the most valuable export for Canada. Now let's break down this beast, because this isn't just a tube in the dirt. This pipeline is a monster. It runs from Alberta's oil sands all the way to British Columbia's northwest coast, and it doesn't even care which port says yes first, Prince Rupert or Kitimat. Whoever replies faster gets the business. Alberta isn't here to beg anymore. They're here to build. And build they did. This thing is 42 inches wide. That's not a pipeline. That's an oil highway. You don't throw 42 inches of steel across a continent unless you mean business. Premier Danielle Smith has made it abundantly clear what Alberta's priorities are, and they are more pipelines. The more the merrier from her point of view. And it's not just about the U.S. anymore. Alberta is plugging this pipeline straight into international markets, Asia, Europe, you name it. New export routes are being mapped as Alberta shifts into full trade expansion mode. While Ottawa is still stuck tweeting about carbon footprints and staging photo ops, Alberta is laying down pipe, closing trade deals, and printing money. And here's the best part. No federal approval. None. Zilch. It's all private sector and international players now. Alberta saw what happened the last 10 times they asked for permission and decided they'd rather shave their heads with a cheese grater than go through that again. 75% of Canada's oil producers are absolutely united in standing up for their own citizens, in contrast to the dismissive entitlement mentality of Ottawa. This was today's important update. We want to make it absolutely clear that our videos never include any kind of misinformation. Canadian Nexus is dedicated to bringing you verified and trustworthy news from across Canada, from politics to society and everything in between. If you value truth and facts, you're in the right place. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Canadian Nexus channel. Thank you.